everyone, what's up? So, WandaVision, it's a show that is happening on Disney Plus right now. Yes, the WandaVision, the first of the new era of Marvel shows. Obviously, I'm not going to say the first Marvel live-action TV show because that is very far from the truth, but the first one on Disney Plus is kind of a part of a new sort of in-universe thing. I know that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff and the Netflix stuff was also technically taking place in the MCU, but they never actually acknowledged it. Aside from maybe one or two references, and none of it was really actually connected to the MCU. This show, on the other hand, is, and it's a part of the MCU now, and I gotta review it. And this is gonna be very similar to what I did with the Mandalorian reviews every week. I'm just gonna sit here and talk for hopefully 10 minutes about my personal thoughts on the episode that I watched. In this case, there are two episodes because for some reason they decided to release both episodes at the same time and just let us wait for the rest of the season. And this is something that I've been noticing a trend in a lot of streaming TV shows lately, but I think at this point they kind of figured out the formula, so they know exactly how to structure the first two episodes to kind of give us an insight into the world of how this show is going to be, but leave just enough breadcrumbs to keep it interesting, to keep us hooked, waiting till the next episode of the show, because it's very different from making a show like, say, Umbrella Academy, where all 8 episodes drop at the same time. So they're very structurally different. It's more week to week as opposed to, you know, you're basically the show gives you the entire story as like an 8-hour movie. And in this show in particular, it gives you bits and pieces of the story in like self-contained little bite-sized episodes that keep the conversation going week to week to week. So this is my quick introspective look on the subject. As opposed to the actual show itself, I like it so far. I mean, there's a bit of part in me that just wants to keep watching the whole 50s style sitcom that they're doing there. The whole black and white stuff, very narrow screen, laugh track, and the whole 50s effects sort of a thing. I almost said bad effects, but I mean, it's not really bad effects, it's on purpose that. I really like that. I like shows from the 50s and 60s. Go ahead, sue me. So I like the fact that they're taking the whole I Love Lucy approach to this show, especially the first episode. And yes, by the way, I am going full spoilers, so if you haven't watched the episodes, go watch the episodes and then come back and watch this video. But they went with the whole I Love Lucy thing. At some point, I almost just yelled at the screen, "Wanda, you got some splaining to do!" So yeah, that's basically the feel, and it kind of shows us a bit of a mirror universe of how we looked at shows in the 50s as humans, and how men and women were portrayed in that kind of medium at those times, which is very different from the way they are portrayed in medium today. But there's some subtle differences here and there to kind of modernize this whole thing, and they drop in a lot of hints that this isn't how the show is going to be. There's something clearly wrong in this reality, and it's I think it's pretty much very much hinted that this whole 50s sitcom, 60s sitcom is taking place inside Wanda's head, and Vision is blissfully unaware of the whole situation, which is something they pretty much gave it to us in the trailers, so it's not really anything new, but seeing it stretched out over two 20/30 minute episodes was a kind of a bigger picture overview of the whole thing. So first of all, I love the Catherine Hahn character that shows up every once in a while. I have my suspicions about her though, because she keeps popping up, and I have a feeling she knows more than she's saying. I have a feeling she's secretly either the mastermind behind this whole reality, or a puppet of the main person in charge. I have no idea who that might be at this point, but I definitely, I mean, I love seeing her on screen, but I don't trust her character. She seems way too suspicious, in my opinion. But for the first 2 episodes, she's mostly there as both comedic relief and a way to progress the story, and she does well in that. I love all the little quirks that Wanda and Vision go through in the whole 60s/50s sitcom vibe, but I also love kind of how very often they break away from that and just go straight into who we know these characters to be. Now, there's a bit of I'm a bit torn on the whole show at the moment. There's a part of me that just wants to keep this 50s sitcom. I hope that's the whole season. I know that's not going to be the case. I mean, we pretty much saw it at the end of the 2nd episode, where everything just goes full color, and there's some hints that the next episode is going to be something completely different. And obviously, we've seen in the trailers that they're going a completely different approach later down this season. But I don't know. I really liked the whole 50s sitcom, and I wish they continue with that. I wish that would be the whole season. But I understand why it's probably not, because I don't think you can keep people interested in these kinds of stuff in this modern era that we're living in, where everything's in color and everything's just perceived differently. I don't think you can keep people that interested in a show like that. I personally would love it, but that's just me. That's my own personal opinion. And one really good thing I can say about this show is that it finally gets, kids of this modern era to watch black and white shows. Which, just because it's black and white doesn't mean it's any worse than anything that you can find on TV today. Obviously, the production value is a little lower because they had what they had at the time, so don't be afraid to watch black and white shows. They're not, I don't know why people have these strange prejudices over these stuffs. I mean, clearly we just saw 2 episodes, mostly black and white. They were pretty good. So, very interesting part I noticed about that, about the whole black and white thing. The only thing in color, we did see a couple of things in full color. All 3 of them, I believe, all 3 of them were red. So, clearly that's Wanda's signature color from the comic, and also in the MCU itself. Also, that's the main color of Marvel. Also, red is a very vibrant color that really stands out, and obviously it's the color of Iron Man's, most of Iron Man's armors. It's a very prominent color, especially in the MCU itself. Also, if you remember correctly, when the trailers for Endgame started coming out, they showed us black and white clips of the people who died in the snap. Only the color red was highlighted. That's also something to take into consideration. Overall, I have no idea where the show is going right now, but I like the journey that we're taking. I mean, obviously something's wrong with Wanda. I'm assuming they're keeping her. There's like a facility watching her day in and day out, monitoring her her state. But I don't know who these people might be. I don't know what might be wrong with her. Could it be because of what happened with Vision? Now, earlier before this show came out, I had this theory that everything taking place inside her mind in the show is taking place in those few seconds while Wanda was doing her magic thing to kind of destroy the Mind Stone to hopefully stop Thanos from getting his hands on it. I thought that was basically, you know how they say you see your whole life flashing before your eyes? I thought that was what was going on while she was doing it. But clearly, the episodes so far seem to suggest otherwise. So I'm just going to keep watching the show week to week and keep reviewing each episode individually, because obviously from now on they're going to release one episode at a time. And we'll see where this new adventure takes us. I'm very excited to see where this show is going. This wasn't my most anticipated Marvel Disney Plus show, but I'm definitely intrigued because it's the one that we're currently watching. So obviously I'm mostly hyped for that one. So yeah, it's nice to finally get to that place where we can see the MCU Disney Plus shows after all the delays and stuff. And it was nice to see something new from the MCU after the whole, 2020 thing happened. So it's nice to finally get some more MCU content. So that's my brief thoughts on both episodes, my very quick review and stuff. And well, let me know what you guys think about those 2 episodes. How excited are you for the next episode? Maybe throw in some theories on what you might think is going on. And I will see you guys next week to talk about the next episode of the next of the season. Sorry, my bad. So until next time, everybody. Wanda, I'm home! Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.